Hello again. This is where we stopped in the last video. We have seen what a package is. It's basically a classification method for program files, program classes. Any program written in Java starts with one and only one main function, main method, which is this one, okay? Why do we call it function or main? That's how it's written. It's a functionality that you write, and that's why it's called a function. In object-oriented, we name the functions method, okay? And we have talked about the public. Public means anyone can use it. Static, I'll talk about it later. Void is a data type, I'll talk about it later. Main is the name function, and this is the input arguments. What we do here is print the hello world in two different lines. If you want them in one line, all you need to do is remove the ln. ln abbreviates line, so it's just a print without a line. If you run it again, you know, here is the output now in one line, all right? This is how you output stuff on the screen. How about reading stuff from the keyboard? Reading requires a package. You need a package, a ready-made package for you that you can use, okay? How do we use a package? How would we get a package and put it in our program? We import it, and that's why we write import and then the name of the package. What is the name of the package? Java, it's the language, dot, utility. Utility, do you see it here? Dot, of course, dot star would do it if you just want the package. Dot star means all packages inside utility. But if you just want the correct package, it's the scanner that we're using. Scanner. That's how you read something from the user. Okay, you scan it. When you scan something, you're gonna put it in a container, and the container is called a variable. If you don't know programming, if this is the very first time, it's a variable. What is a variable? It's a container that you put stuff in. If you have a cup, you can put in the cup water, you can put orange juice, you can put tea. The cup itself is the same, right? So the variable is the same. If you define a variable to be an integer, integer means a value that doesn't have a dot, so 1, 5, 6. So the variable, I'll name it A as a variable, can be 5, can be 6, can be 7, can be 8. The variable itself is the container itself is the same, but the value that can be stored in it could change, okay? Here I'll define a string. What is a string? A word. Like hello world, it's a string. And then I'll give the variable a name. I'll call it S. Okay, string S. What is string? String is the data type. What is S? S is the variable. That's how you define a variable. You write the data type and then the S. What are the data types we have? We have many. Like integer, which is 1, 2, 30,000, 0, -5, you know, those are integers. We have also double or float, so we have float and double. Okay, the float or double, they are numbers like 5.5, 6.1, -17.4, you have a point in there. How about 5.0? Yes, value-wise, it's a 5, but it's still a double. Why? Because it has a dot, 5.0. Okay? We have a string, which is a word. How do we write the string between those two quotes? Do you see them? Those two, they surround the string. So the word hello, you cannot write it without the two quotes. If you do, now hello is considered a variable. If you want it to be a word, like the case in here, you write it between those two double quotes. Okay. We have a character, char. We have Boolean. Boolean is a variable that takes a value true or false. True or false. And you will see it has a huge use later on when I get into Booleans. Okay? So here I define the variable, and I'll define a scanner. Scanner. Okay, I'll call it in. Why in? Because you get it as an input, right? It carries the variable that you read as an input. Equals. So in is a scanner. So you want to create a new scanner. You want to create a new scanner. How would you do it? New scanner. Simple. And then you write here in the word here system dot in. What does it mean? Let's see. Variable in, maybe I shouldn't have choose in so you don't mix between this and that. I'll call it scanner, I don't know, SC, scanner. So the variable SC is a scanner, and then I created, how I created, equal new scanner. So SC is a new scanner. Where does it scan from? From the input devices in your system. It inputs from the input devices in your system. How would you say it in Java? System.in. So the input devices in your system. System.in. All right. Now that you created the scanner, you can read the variable. How? S. Let me write here something. System dot out dot print. Okay. I'll say here, enter your name, something like this, a message to be displayed. I'll do this ln so it doesn't come in the same line with the second, like the third line. After I display the enter your name, now I need to read the variable s. How do we do that? Here it is, s equal the scanner that I used, which is sc dot next line. You see, next line. It reads a string from the user, a line from the user, and it puts it in S. Now I can simply write system.out.print. Okay. I'll make it print line as well. It doesn't matter here. No, leave it. Here print, I'll write here what has been entered is, and then I'll do this. This is also just a message plus the variable s that I have put whatever I read from the user. Let's run this. So enter your name. I'll write here Yahya. Here what has been entered is Yahya. Okay. All right. You can also read various types, as you will see. By the way, I defined the S here, but I could also have defined it in one line like this. Okay, and remove this if you want. Okay, string S equal direct, like scanner SC equal direct. Okay, so you don't have to put it in two lines. Both are correct, by the way. I prefer the first one to write all the variables first and then use them because they look cleaner, right? But if you want to do it direct like this way, it's up to you. It's really programming style, you know, and I can't say which one is really better. I find this defining them first is better, but that doesn't make them actually better. Okay, now I can also say integer x equals sc, which is the scanner, dot next int. So now I'm reading an integer. As I said, what is enter? What is integer? It's a number, right? So here I'll do something like this, and then I'll display a message. Enter your age as an example here. Okay, I'll call this age, and here enter your age. All right, and then I'll write here something like the name, which is S plus is, you'll see what this will be, age plus years old. Okay, so here enter your name, all right, yeah. Enter your age. See, one line because I forgot to do the line, eh? Enter your age, I'll write 30, I wish. All right, so Yahya is 30 years old. That's what has been written. Look at this. Yahya is stored in S. I'm saying here, write the S, whatever it is, which is in this case was Yahya, plus the word is, plus the value age, whatever it is. That's why it's written Yahya is 30, plus the word years old, the phrase years old. That's what is written here, okay? So here is the output. Today, like in this video, we have learned how to print again and how to read a variable. If it's a float, then you say, you know, next double and so on and so forth, okay? If you write actually SC, that's whether you're using Eclipse or NetBeans, it doesn't matter. And dot, right, you will have all the functionalities that you will have, okay, that you get. So you have here next byte if you want to read 1 byte, next boolean if you want to say true or false, next integer, big integer, next string, next, you know, next double, next float, you know, all those, next line, next long, next short. You will know about this when we talk about the different data types, but for every data type you have a next to read, okay? Let's fix this for the last time. I'll put this as ln so that doesn't happen. Okay, ln. Let's run it again. Okay, so enter your name. I'll write it. Oops. I'll write it Yahya, and then what has been entered is Yahya. Now this is in a new line. I'll write, let's say, 30, and then Yahya is 30 years old. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you very much for watching this, and please watch the third video to continue learning the Java.